Are you still waiting for your stimulus check? If so, you are not alone. According to the House Committee on Ways and Means, the first round of payments went out the week of April 13th to over 80 million people. But that still means there are many, many more millions of people to go. If you're wondering where yours is, you can use the Get My Payment form to see your payment status. And if you didn't get it yet, don't stress out because there will be more rounds of payments each week via direct deposit. There will be paper checks also for those who don't get theirs through direct deposit. And the second round of stimulus check payments started going out the week of April 20th. According to the Washington Post, paper checks will go out to the lowest income Americans first. They'll be prioritizing payments for individual taxpayers with incomes of $10,000 or less on April 24th. Checks for earners of $20,000 or less will be in the mail on May 1st, followed by those with incomes of $30,000 on May 8th, $40,000 on May 15th, and continuing on in increments of $10,000 each week, according to the plan. The IRS plans to issue about 5 million checks each week. Of course, if you make too much, you either will not get a check or you'll get a reduced check. It just depends on your adjusted gross income and your filing status. The short version there is that you can have an adjusted gross income of up to $75,000 for individuals and up to $150,000 for married couples, and you'll still get the full amount. It starts getting phased out after that, and you can take a look at the IRS website for details about eligibility. So if you filed your taxes for tax years 2018 or 2019, meaning that you probably filed your taxes this year or last year, then the payment should just automatically appear in your bank account if you got a refund for at least one of those years, had direct deposit for your refund, and you still use the bank account you had your refund deposited to. So in that case, you're probably not watching this video because you probably already got your stimulus check via direct deposit in your bank account. One thing to note is that if you had your refund split between two accounts last year, the stimulus check will go to the first account listed, and it'll show up as one payment of $2,400 if you are part of a couple and you file jointly. So if you had more than one account listed and you aren't seeing yours, you might want to check them all. So what about if you got a refund via direct deposit but your bank account changed? Well, if your bank account changed, then the bank should reject your stimulus check deposit. And in that case, the IRS will send a paper check. So you can't change your bank account information unless you haven't yet filed your 2019 taxes. In that case, go ahead and file those taxes as quickly as you can electronically. You have to do it electronically because the IRS isn't processing paper returns right now. But if you got a refund through a paper check or you didn't get a refund at all, then you should be mailed a paper check. And this is true even if you get Social Security, railroad retirement, or Veterans Affairs benefits by direct deposit. So if you didn't get a refund but you did file your taxes, you should be mailed a paper check. So this is the case unless you still are in time to give them direct deposit information using the Get My Payment tool, and I'll link that tool below. So in that case, you might need copies of your 2019 return if you filed it and your 2018 return. You'll need to get the Get My Payment tool used before your stimulus payment is processed. So one note is that a few people are having problems with the bank verification part of the Get My Payment tool. Lazy Man on Money pointed out on Twitter that the problem was the bank verification asked for how much the overage or refund was, which seemed to be line 19 on the 2018 form, but they applied it to the 2019 estimated taxes. So in that case, they were looking for line 20A, which is how much they wanted refunded. So if that is happening for you with the problem with the tool, then that might be the fix. So if they do send you a paper check, it will go to either the address you listed on your most recent tax return, or if you've moved since then, to the updated address that you put in the USPS's change of address form, assuming the IRS got that information and updated it. So if you haven't filed your 2019 tax return yet, use your new address when you file so the IRS can update their records.